Hey, it's Justin Popovich here, co-founder of toolsformotivation.com. There's my picture on the screen. You can also see the picture of my business partner, Ted Payne. And here at Tools for Motivation, what we do is create done-for-you self-help packages. You can download them, learn from them, and then brand them and edit them and publish them as your own. Self-help private label rights content is the business we're in. We've been doing this stuff since 2010, and we'd like to welcome you to our latest special offer for a package called Dignity. Now, this is all about building self-worth. You can see it here, 10 steps to build self-worth. And in this video, what I'd like to do is walk you through this package, speak a little bit about the special offer that we have for you this week, and then give you a behind-the-scenes demo of what we've built here so you can kind of see what we have, make an educated decision, and decide, is this content something you can put to use in your business, and educate your audience about how to build their self-worth. There's a lot of stuff you can do here to really help your readers. Especially when it comes to overcoming any blocks that they have, anything that's kind of interrupting their success. A lot of this stuff is rooted in self-worth, and if you can help them uncover that and really get over those issues, you can really help them make some big transformations. So we can do this together and really help a lot of people. Let me walk you through what this package is all about. I wanted to start by reading you this quick passage from the Dignity package here. And it says, dignity is not something people talk that much about, but it's the foundation and signal to the world of self-worth. That's the key message here. Saying someone has dignity tells you there's something special about them. They're not defined by other people. They know and value themselves. And it stands out. There's a quiet shine to dignity. It's not the brash shininess of arrogance or the heavy smallness of self-doubt. Dignity is calm and confident. Dignity says this person knows their inner self and they stand proud. And that's exactly what we want to get to the heart of here. This is the message that you can begin sharing with your audience. And anytime somebody is kind of tripped up in their goals, there could be a root cause of self-worth at play here. And that's the message we want to help you transfer to your customers. So let me actually show you what this package includes, all the different pieces of content, and we'll talk a little bit about how you might want to use these to interact with your audience. So I just flipped over to my hard drive, and you're looking at this incredibly exciting screenshot of my hard drive here. Actually, it's kind of boring, and I admit that, but it's not really boring. We're going to go through this and actually show you all the content inside of this. I'm just showing you right now the overview. This is, it starts with a usage rights document that'll just explain to you how you can and cannot use this content. So an example would be, you can't just take this content and publish the ebook on your blog, for example. We have articles where you can do that, but the ebook itself should be hidden behind like an opt-in page, or you should sell that content, and that's why we put it in the premium folder. So I'll kind of walk you through some of those things, but just make sure you read the license and you understand it, and if you have questions, let us know, and I'll make sure that you get the answers. So the premium folder is the main educational content here. This is how you will teach your readers the power of self-worth, developing self-worth, the 10-step program, and so on. There is an ebook, a workbook, and then there's an enhanced ebook, which I'll explain in just a minute. It's basically just a nicer version of the ebook. But the ebook itself is 6,000 words or so. It's a little bit more than that, actually. We hire professional writers who have been with us for a number of years now, all of them. Very high quality content. If you've purchased from us before, you've probably seen it. If not, and you're not sure and you want a sample, let me know. I can hook that up for you. And what we've done is we've put together these e-covers, so you can take a look quickly in the e-covers folder and you'll see all the artwork we have. Now, that is just a starting point. We include the Photoshop file, so if you wanted to change this from, let's say, a black background to a gray or some other color, or even just swap out the picture of this lady with something else, it's all up to you. It's fully editable, and then you can just use a software application to create your own DVD or book cover like this. We use Boxshot 3D to do that. We have some tutorials on that. If you need help, let me know. So that's the artwork. Now here is the main piece of content. We have a Word doc version, a Pages version as well. So if you're on a Mac or a PC, we have you covered. What you'll want to do here is, let's stick with the Word doc version. Open up the Word doc and read through the ebook. It's 6,000 words, so it shouldn't take you all that long, maybe 20 minutes or so. And just make sure that you are kind of in resonance with the message in here. Do you agree with the 10 steps that are communicated about building self-worth? Do you want to rearrange them? Do you want to add or remove information? Would you like to add links to some of your other courses that you sell? You get the idea here. There's a lot of different changes that you might want to make before you publish this ebook as your own, or maybe you even end up packaging it with other PLR that you've purchased to build something larger, right? If you have a large personal development course, maybe just one module, let's say it's a live course, 3 days. Day 1 of 3, the morning, is a self-worth lesson. You could use this ebook to help you build that section of your training. So lots of flexibility here. Open it up, read it, and then decide how you want to change and alter the message to reflect how you teach people stuff. So that is the main ebook. Then the next one down is the workbook. Now here is how people can implement the information contained within the ebook. The workbook itself also has a little piece of artwork here as well. There's a few different, I like this one here, this coil binder makes it kind of looks like a handout. So if you're simulating this with like an online class, this would be a good option for you. But again, it's fully customizable. If you want to change this artwork, go ahead and do that. The main thing is the workbook. Open it up, again, in Microsoft Word, read through it. You'll see all the different exercises that we've created, helping people to implement the self-worth lessons contained inside of the ebook. So if you're trying to build your self-worth, it's kind of nice to just read it, but if you don't do anything, your self-worth is never going to change. The exercises in here will force the student to either print out the information or write the answers to these questions in the workbook down in a journal and actually get to work on the problems, solving those problems to develop their self-worth further. So that's kind of the key piece here. The ebook and the workbook together will help your readers, your audience, kind of implement those changes that you're going to be suggesting. Now, the third folder here is the enhanced ebook. So what we've done, I'll pop up the PDF version really quickly here, is we've taken that main ebook, which is just plain text. We've laid it out for you to be able to change it. But the plain text one is fine. It just looks kind of plain. So we have added an ebook that's laid out a little differently here with just some imagery. We've grabbed images from a website which is shared with you inside of this resource. I'll get to that at the end here. You can see we just made it look a little bit more well formatted to be instantly distributed as an ebook, whereas the other one is a bit more plain and probably more suited to you doing some enhancements yourself. So at the very bottom, if I keep going here, there is a picture credit section here. So you can see we use a website called unsplash.com. If you've never seen that website, by the way, a little free tip for you, check it out. There's lots of great free images that you can use in your digital products, in your courses, slide decks, and so on. So that is the enhanced book. That takes care of the premium folder. Everything inside of this is designed for you to sell. And if you don't want to sell it, then you should use it for lead generation. Give it away for free, but they have to give you something in exchange. And in this case, it would be an email address to join your list. We just don't want you publishing that content for free, let's say on Facebook or on a blog. We want to kind of keep that premium label on it by keeping it hidden, so to speak. Now, the next folder down is lead generation. This is content specifically designed to help you build your list. So the first folder is mostly designed for content for you that to sell. I'm kind of tripping over my words here. The lead generation folder has a lead gen report. Now, this is a shorter report. This is only 1,500 words. It just kind of gets people thinking about the concept of self-worth, but they'll need to read your full ebook in the premium folder if they want to get the full picture. So if I pop open the lead generation report here, you can see it's shorter. Like I mentioned, 1,500 words, and it just covers a few quick tips and tricks about rebooting your self-worth. If your customers or subscribers, even just people browsing the web, hit your website and they join your list, you can send them this report, and then what happens is you can then start following up with them by copying and pasting this AR, autoresponder series, into your emailing system. So you open up this Word doc here. There are 10 pre-written emails, and you can simply copy and paste the text of those emails into your autoresponder and then use it as promotional content. Each time you can either remind them to go and buy your ebook workbook combo, or maybe you have some kind of course that I mentioned earlier that you developed that's goes a little bit further than just the self-worth topic. Whatever it may be, these emails will help you do any kind of promotion that you want with all the email content already been written for you and saving you a lot of time. And then third and finally is a slide deck. Now, we put it in the lead generation folder because you might want to create like a little promo video. So you could open up the PowerPoint deck and do exactly what I'm doing right now. Narrate some of the main tips from the Dignity package in your voice. Start teaching the high-level concepts of the self-worth program, and then tell people to go over and buy your ebook workbook combo. That's one little example. You might also just want to use the slide deck as part of, like I said earlier, a larger course or anything else you see fit when it comes to slide sharing content. Third folder down, we are talking about branding content. Now, this is primarily articles, but there's other stuff here as well. So here we have 10, I'm going to go to the Word doc version, 10 different Word docs. Each one is an article around 400 words in length about developing your self-worth. So here's a one about apps to improve your self-esteem, living your truth, how social media can lower your self-worth. That's a really interesting article, actually. I narrated all these as a little sneak preview for you as well. The articles themselves, these can be published to your blog, right? This is different than premium content. Branding content means we want you to pick it up, take it, and paste it anywhere you want online as a way of driving traffic back to your website so you can start getting people to join your list and, more importantly, get people to buy your stuff. So grab all these articles and share them on article sharing websites. Post them as blog posts. Open the article and take a paragraph and paste that paragraph as one of your updates on Facebook or on Twitter or any other social network. Maybe you want to save the article as a PDF and put it up on a document sharing website. There's lots of different stuff you can do with these articles to use it as marketing material for your business, but every single article has a little piece of advice about self-worth, keeping with that theme. Now, what we've done as well is taken the articles and repurposed them into 2 different pre-done reports. So if you don't want to go to the hassle of bundling it yourself, we've done it for you there. So if you want to share reports, you can do that. We've also put each article into a PowerPoint slide. So I might just pop that open for you quickly here. So instead of reading the article, people might want to browse through a slide deck like this. You could put this up on slideshare.net as an example with a link back to your website, and that could be another piece of content promoting your brand, hence the branding folder. We also have a checklist. This is a PDF report you can share anywhere you like. Document sharing websites are good for this. And it has a high-level overview of the main lessons from the ebook. Similar to the lead gen report, it gets people thinking about the topic of self-worth, but it doesn't go deep. It just kind of gives them a high-level intro, and if they want to go further, that's when they can buy your course from you or your ebook. And then we have if you've bought from us before, you've never seen this, we have created some blog headers for you. So this is good if you're doing blog posts and you want to have some kind of nice image at the top of your blog just to make it look nicer rather than just having a bunch of text. What you can do is pop in a little header like this at the top of your blog post, and we've created a bunch for you here. So these are all editable as well, but you can see they kind of look neat. They make your blog stand out a little bit more than maybe other people's blogs, and just gives a bit of a visual appeal to your website as well. So that saves you some time and just gives you some extra material to work with. And then fourth and finally is the social folder. Obviously, if you're going to be promoting your brand and you want people to come to your website, maybe you have a whole slew of different personal development programs or a coaching package, maybe you offer seminars, I don't know what it is for you, but getting involved in social media and doing it early and often is a good idea. So we have posters that you can go and put up on Pinterest or Facebook, and these have just tips about self-worth. So if I pop this one open, it says set small goals and reach them. And then you can we've left some space for you there at the top or the bottom on the side, and you can put a little logo for your business. You can add a picture of your face or who knows, your URL. It's up to you. Use it as branding content, and there's 20 of these in total. So go ahead and change those up, make them look like you want them to look, and then post them to your favorite social sites. The same thing goes here with the infographic. So we've got an infographic that collects a bunch of different power tips on self-worth. So it's similar to the posters, but it's done in a single infographic that's much more shareable on a platform like Pinterest or even Instagram. Works well on Facebook as well. And this itself could even be a blog post if you just want to do something creative on your blog. But infographics are always very shareable, and people like to look at them and kind of go through them and send them to their friends. And we leave you a space at the very bottom here. It says brought to you by, and that's where you can pop in your URL. More promotional material for you. Then we have a bunch of pre-written tweets, short little Twitter messages about self-worth. Same thing with Facebook posts. These are a little bit longer. There's 20 in total. We include an import file if you happen to be using an app called Hootsuite. You can automate your social media posts using Hootsuite, and you can just use our CSV file there. import it in, and then it can automate 20 different Facebook posts for you. Let's say 1 post per day for 20 days. That's almost 3 weeks of marketing simply with a text file. Not much for you to do other than import it and off you go. And then we have the next 2 folders are also new additions to Tools for Motivation. So if you're a previous customer, you wouldn't have seen this before. We have some pre-done Pinterest posts. So similar to the blog headers, we've just gone ahead and done some work for you. Each Pinterest post is ready to go, and it kind of just reminds or sparks some interest in your audience in the whole topic of self-worth, and then you can use it as promotional material for your blog or for your sales pages and so on. So we've got Pinterest ones and we've got Instagram posts done as well. So we've sized it appropriately for each platform, but that will save you a lot of time. All you have to do is load it up once and you're ready to go. So that's the entire package here. You can see our team has spent a ton of time on this. We've got writers, we've got editors involved in the process, we've got graphics people, lots of different specialists involved to bring this to you at our special offer price today. So head down to the bottom of the page to see what you can get in at. It's a very reasonable price for the first 5 days. Even if you only plan to use a couple of sections of this content, you really would be doing yourself an injustice to not get it if this is a topic that you want to talk about in your business. Think about the time savings of even just one article. It takes a while to write an article, so even putting a couple to use would probably be a good investment for you. Let me know if you have any questions. This has been Justin Popovich, once again from toolsformotivation.com. Hope you like what you see, and thanks for watching.